All right, let's just jump right in. We hear about AI literally every single day, right? But what does it actually mean for your job, for your career, and honestly for your future? We're going to break it all down: the threat, the opportunity, and the two major paths we can take in this crazy new world.
So that's not a line from some sci-fi movie. Nope, that's a direct quote from Elon Musk. And he, along with guys like Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg, are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into this technology. So yeah, the stakes could not be higher.
And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky prediction for 50 years from now. A recent report from Senator Bernie Sanders' committee estimates that AI and robotics could replace nearly 100 million jobs right here in America, just over the next decade. That's a staggering number. So, to really get a handle on what's happening, we need to talk about the sheer scale of this wave. This isn't just about a few industries getting a shakeup. This is a full-blown, society-wide transformation. And hey, if you're sitting there thinking, phew, I'm safe, this is just for factory jobs, think again. Ford's CEO Jim Farley actually predicted that AI could wipe out literally half of all white-collar jobs within the next 10 years. This thing is coming for cognitive work.
Which leads us to the big question, right? Who is actually at risk here? Well, the answer is probably not who you'd expect. The jobs that were once considered safe, the ones people went to college for, are now on the front lines.
See, in past revolutions, we automated muscle. We built machines to do physical labor. This time is different. This time, we're automating the mind. The very thing that we thought made us special, our ability to think, to reason, to create, is now being challenged by tech that can learn and analyze at an incredible speed. Now, check this out. This is where it gets really eye-opening. You see fast food workers at 89%, and okay, that kind of makes sense. But then look at the others. 64% of accountants, jobs that are all about analysis, and even 40% of registered nurses. This just goes to show you how AI is moving way beyond simple, repetitive tasks and into really complex cognitive work across every single part of our economy. So this all leads to the million-dollar question. We've seen big, scary new technologies before, so is this time really different? And if it is, what on earth are we supposed to do about it? I mean, historically, people have always worried about technology. From the knitting machine to the factory floor, jobs get displaced, but then new jobs get created. It's been the pattern. The argument today, though, is that the scale and the speed of AI is something we've just never seen. We aren't just disrupting one industry. We're talking about disrupting every industry, pretty much all at once. Faced with this, two major schools of thought are emerging. The first one calls for huge, top-down, systemic changes to protect everyone. The other path focuses on what each of us can do, on a personal level, to adapt. So the big question is, which way do we go? Or is it some combination of both? So that first path, the systemic approach, basically argues that the enormous wealth created by this productivity boom should be shared by everybody. Some of the proposals out there include a 32-hour work week so people can work less but keep their standard of living. You've got ideas like a robot tax to help fund social programs. And of course, there's the big one: exploring concepts like universal basic income to provide a safety net for anyone whose job disappears. Okay, so that's the big picture stuff. But what about you? What can you do right now to prepare? That brings us to the second path, the individual adaptation playbook. These are real strategies to make your career more resilient no matter what happens. And the core idea here is something called a portfolio career. Think about it. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket with a single 9-to-5, you build multiple streams of income. It's about diversifying yourself, which is just inherently safer in a world that's unpredictable. So how do you actually do this? Well, first, invest in skills that last, not job titles that could vanish. Think creative problem solving, communication, things that are always valuable. Second, you've got to build your personal brand. Share what you know online so people know who you are and what you're great at. Third, you have to embrace AI. Don't fight it. Learn to use it as a tool to make you better, faster, and more valuable. And finally, number 4, just be more human. Double down on empathy, on real connection, on things that AI, for all its power, just can't replicate. So if we zoom all the way out, where does this leave us? I mean, it forces us to ask a really fundamental question. If AI can do almost everything, what's our unique advantage? What is actually left for people to do? And I think this quote just nails the answer. In a world that's about to be flooded with AI-generated everything, genuine, real, human authenticity, that becomes our most valuable asset. It's the one thing that can't be faked. It's our ultimate competitive advantage, our moat.
Which leaves us with this one profound question. If technology can eventually provide everything we need, all the goods, all the services, freeing us from the need to work for a living, what will we choose to do with our lives? How will we find meaning? How will we find purpose? And that, right there, is both the incredible challenge and the unbelievable opportunity that lies ahead for all of us.